Rocket, welcome in, and congratulations on being officially the fastest thing alive, claiming first in the chat for this stream. Now we get to find out if the new captions work. No bathroom break to stop me this time. Well, GG. Looks like the new captions are not going to work. That's a pity. They're being very temperamental. Like, I get them to work and then they stop again. But that's fine. We can do something about that. It's always fun, ironing out the creases in a new thing. Got that warm-up break coming in now, giving us all a bit of time to get cozy. Have I forgotten anything today? I don't think so. Oh, I think I know how I'm going to have to sort this. Well, I know what I'm doing after the stream's done. Make a little note of this for myself. Hey, Kian, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Though entering the chat with suggests otherwise. Hello, Dash, welcome in. I am very definitely ready for medieval eating sim today. Actually really been looking forward to this. I'm just going to quickly turn off the new captions in every scene that I've put them in, just so that we don't have issues with them suddenly waking up and as having two overlapping sets of captions. Fancy new captioning plugin sort of works, but sometimes it's just like, I don't wanna. I do not wish to do your bidding today, which is, frankly, on this, the month of Pride, completely unacceptable. Do we need a 21 gun salute for the old captions? No, we do not, because we're still using the old captions, because the new captions don't quite work yet. I think I know how to iron out that last crease, but we'll see. I'm a tad miffed that I've gotten all the expansions for my Rainbow Six board game, but not the core set itself. Oh no! I'm reminded that Strange Hill High exists, and I couldn't be happy. Oh fuck, I'd forgotten about that. Can't actually play it until the end of the maths or month. Same thing, right? It's all numbers, really. Trying to think if there's any major content warnings that I need to add for this game. I think I've got most of them. Numbers are hard. Numbers are hard. Time is also hard, but time is just numbers. Oh yeah, I forgot I can't pin my own fucking messages in OBS. Or just at all. That's great. Can't do it in Twitch either. Woo! Love it when a website works. So I was going to pin the content warning, but apparently I'm not allowed to. Don't know why. It has not set the info text. Oh, there we go. I fixed it. It didn't want to fix itself, so I fixed it. Yeah, something fucky's going on there. I'll fix it later. Excellent, Dash. Love to hear it. Technology is not my friend today, and I don't know why. And I could have tried to fix this last night when I was thinking about it, but I didn't have the energy after the stream. What a grand stream last night. For those that were able to hang out for it, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I woke up this morning, put my glasses on and was like, shit, I can't see anything. Why can't I see anything? Oh yeah, because I was pissing myself laughing all the way through that fucking stream, so the inside of my glasses is just covered in tear stains. Because I was laughing so hard I was crying. I feel so bad I missed it now. It's okay, Dash. The VOD's available. And I even already uploaded it to YouTube, so it's on my YouTube as well. Look at me being productive. Made a little note of that for myself for later. The main reason I have a notepad on my desk is so that when weird things happen during a stream where my overlay doesn't work properly, I can make a note of it for when I actually have time to fix it. It's the only reason it's there, because otherwise I will forget all of the things that go horribly fucking wrong. Okay, so we are Andreas. Now with added beard, as the title of the stream suggests. Also, we have a smaller human following us around. I can't remember what we were supposed to be doing. Oh my god, is the Widow Kemperin still alive? Look at the little baby chickies. So he has +10 to beauty. He does. He's a fancy man now. Well, there's no sign of her, but that doesn't mean that she's kicked the bucket. A lot of bug noises there, that's unnerving. This is the Gertner's house, boy. I'm just going to call him boy because I can't remember his name. It'll come back to me eventually. Probably when Andreas actually says it, because, you know, he treats him like an actual person and remembers his name, but I don't, because I'm sleepy and tired and old. She tore the bucket into and beat the abbot with it. She fucking would as well. I love the Widow Kemper, and she's great. See, I can remember her name. Atelia. Atelia was her first name. Is her first name. We're going to assume she's still alive. Out of spite, if nothing else. I think we're going to the town commons. I think that's where we were supposed to be heading. I hear talking. I hear noise. Okay, no, we weren't going here. Maybe we're going up. You know what? Let's just check our journal. It's been a week, and it's been an interesting fucking week. I can't remember anything. Paying respects. Feels strange being back in Kirsau, back in Tassing. I haven't talked to anyone here in years. I should stop by Klaus's house to see how he's been. I ran into both a guy outside the town church. He extended an invitation from the abbot to buy books from the library. Mother Illuminata will be waiting for me there in the morning. I ran into Otto Zimmermann and Martin Bauer having a discussion in the meadow. Martin returned from his adventures as a changed man. Otto told me to come to the commons later. I'll head there after I talk to Klaus. Okay, so we're going to talk to Klaus. I don't know where the fuck Klaus is. I don't remember. Let's have a look at our map. Drucker House. Okay. That's the Zimmermann house. So back where we came from. I got carried away. Went off on a little adventure. Like Martin did all those years ago. Except I didn't come back a changed man. I'm still Andreas the Blabbermouth. Just that my blabbermouth is now slightly warmer because of the beard. Hello, Klaus. Magdalene. Magdalene has a kitty. Bah. Bah indeed, child. Bah indeed. Andreas. Not really mad, are you? I'm sorry, Klaus. I know it's been a long time. 7 years. 7 years and nothing from my friend Andreas. First Bert, then Marie, just after Magdalene was born. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Bert's his kid. Marie was his wife. Guess it's just him and Magdalene now. My wife always thought highly of you. I can't believe you didn't write back after I told you they had passed. That's a rough one. Like, if I got a letter from somebody saying my wife and child have passed away. I am now a widower, a single parent of a very small child. I'd be like, fuck. I have no idea what to say to this. And like in this day and age, sending someone a letter that just says, I'm here if you need me, probably isn't going to help much. For one thing, it'll take fucking forever to arrive. For another, where the fuck is here? You know? Fuck is a pretty reasonable first response, but also not great as a letter to somebody. You just send them fuck in all caps. And that's the only thing in the letter. You don't even sign it, you just respond with fuck. I mean, I guess we could have come and visited and made sure he was okay. We're clearly a man of wealth at this point. Though we don't know from that when in the past 7 years this occurred. It may be that we weren't in a position to come and visit. Who knows? There's all sorts of context we're lacking here. So I'm going to go with the top option, despite not feeling like it's the right option. If it was me. I'm sorry, I should have written. Yes, you should have. Too late for that now, though. Boopy Bobo. Oh, hello. Ah, his name is Casper. The friendly apprentice. She likes you. Your business seems to have grown. What are you printing? The 12 articles. They were originally written by Swabian, peasants who were demanding changes from their lords. That 8-pack armor, though. Or is it more of a 10-pack? Because it looks like there's an extra pair down here. Freedom from serfdom, freedom to hunt and use the woods as God intended. Freedom from compulsory labour. Gee, I wonder why he might be reprinting this. Abolition of the inheritance tax, fair appraisal of rent, the return of property to common use and ownership. Gee, I wonder why he could be reprinting this. Viva la revolution, Klaus. Viva la revolution. Bavaria isn't Swabia, but their complaints are just as valid for the peasants of Tassing. Yes, they fucking are. Swabia, a former duchy of the Southern Holy Roman Empire. It was reformed as the Swabian Circle in 1512. It borders Bavaria to the west, the Swiss Confederacy to the south, and Austria to the southeast. Vermintide is once again giving me the middle finger. Vermintide is just a big middle finger to everybody that plays it, in my experience. As someone who used to play quite a lot of Vermintide. Ah, so this is Otto's cause. It's caught your ear already, The abbot has been squeezing the peasants for years. Now he's squeezing the townsfolk, and we're pushing back. Their cause is righteous, Andreas. If you haven't seen the Gertners lately, you should visit them. And Otto had you print these? Yes. Why? Well, I didn't think he could read. He can't, but just about everyone else in town can. He speaks. I print. Just trying to do my part, I suppose. I'm sorry. I'm still not in the mood for this late reunion. Come back for dinner tomorrow. You should go to the Commons, hear what Otto has to say. It's worth hearing. I don't think we've earned the right to say things like that to his child. We have deeply offended this man who is supposed to be our friend. And this is the first time we're meeting her. So... Also, look at that adorable little kitten. We're going to go for the top option because we need to re-earn Klaus's trust before we start acting like we're part of the family. I understand. Until later, Klaus. Until then. I love the fact that he's like, I'm mad at you. I am really fucking mad at you. It's been 7 years and you haven't spoke to us at all. But give me some time to think and to process my emotions about you being back here without having said a word to me when I told you that my family had passed away. And we can have a nice dinner and rekindle our friendship. I fucking love that. A very mature and reasonable response, which, frankly, in this day and age, is unheard of. Okay, so he said go and see the... Talking through grievances is tight. Talking through grievances is fucking tight. Welcome in, Tabby. I hope you're doing well today, sweetheart. Oh, we're still using the old captions, by the way. I got the new captions working this morning, right before the stream started, and then they decided to stop again. Hey, Buff, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Being betrayed by my meat mech today, sadly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Glad you're making progress with them at least. Thank you. I'll get there. I think I know what the problem is. So I have captions on every single scene. Hello, Nat. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Ooh, time to see if the change I made to the bot has worked. I made a little tweak to HobbyTan's welcome messages and what they do with the content warnings after the welcome message has started. Yeah, it might have broken again. We'll see. Yeah, looks like it's broken. That's fine. I can figure that out. Oh. Easy fix. Yeah, so I think it doesn't like having the same text source across multiple scenes, so I'm just going to have to stick it in its own separate scene and then overlay that where I need it. Easy enough to do. Finished making all custom Imperial Guard unit portraits for my current Dawn of War 2 mod. Oh, that's very exciting. Just started work on unit icons, so I could upload the portraits as finished mod too. You totally could. People love a portrait mod, from what I've seen online, when it comes to basically any game like that. We also love funny name mods, as Prime B's mod for XCOM has proven. Everybody loves the rename to oh god, what's his name? What's his actual name? Because I just know him as Daddy now. And there's the Magical Bollock, obviously. We love the Magical Bollock. Bradford, that's right, yes, Daddy Bradford and the Magical Bollock. From what I understand, that was a fairly quick and easy mod that Primbles did, but it has brought so many people so much joy. Evil Garrus, yeah, Evil Garrus is great as well. They're all just fantastic little name mods. And if I played XCOM, I would totally download that mod and use it. Wish that was reflected in the download numbers, but I think this does blow my previous attempt on the Nexus that it's replacing out of the water. Well, that's a good start, Nat. Like, sometimes, especially with something like Dawn of War, it can be a bit of a, about, you know, the amount of people that actually download mods for them anyway. But it's really good that you're getting improved numbers on the stuff you're uploading as well. I don't normally go in for joke name mods, but I was so tempted to download Change Mobius to Morbius for New Vegas. Yeah, that's fair. Porthos, calm down, buddy. Hi. Oh, God, your breath smells like arse. He's extra stinky today, everybody. Burger Science, Evil Twink, Blade Runner, Magical Bollock, Daddy, all good. Yep, all great. And especially if you're streaming something like that, it is fun to have those kind of jokey mods on, because, you know, it just injects a bit of levity into the entire thing, which we love. Speaking of which, so many people. Everyone listen. We all know why we're here. Nothing I'm going to say will be a surprise. Kian, thank you for the treat for Porthos. Let me see if I can get him on doggo cam properly before.
Does it have to be human? Does it have to be mine?
Oh. Lisa, please. Good boy. And thank you for the treat for the bar staff. Mine is one of the weirdest things I have found in my treat jar. It's a bubblegum mermaid. Ah, I see now. I see. Yeah, neither had I until I got them in this bag. But yeah, they're bubblegum flavour, and they are mermaids. I thought they were shrimps originally, and then I was like, hang on a minute, this shrimp has titties. Nothing I'm going to say hasn't already been spoken behind closed doors, whispered to your neighbours. Nothing I'm going to say is untruthful, so it's time we started saying it openly. Shrimp titty, lol, nice. It's like Sniddies, but of the sea. It's the Sniddies of the sea. I feel like it's as much for myself. I feel better playing the game with my mods on. Makes it align more with my tastes and standards, politically and aesthetically. Even though it's already a great game, didn't maximise its potential in some areas, in my opinion. Exactly, and you know what, Nat? That is the best way to be about it. Like, okay, all you're getting is dog butt because of the way he's laying in the chair. So, you get me again, sorry. Are you telling me a boob fried this rice? Yes. That is the best way to be about things when you're doing something creatively. Make it for you, and if other people enjoy it too, fuck yes. If other people don't enjoy it, it doesn't matter, you enjoy it. Make art for art's sake, make art for your sake. Don't make art for other people's sake, unless it's commission art and you're getting paid for it. But, you know, we've had discussions about how people feel about that in the past. That's a personal preference thing. No worries, Rocket. Take it you're visiting grandma for what I can only imagine will be an absolutely exceptional lunch. Enjoy. I am truly the king of rice cooking. Yes, exactly. No worries, Kian. Year after year, the Abbey has found new ways to tax the peasants. Piece by piece, the Abbey has taken away our rights to use God's forest to support our families. Law after law gets heaped upon us, restrictions on how we can pay rent, limits on where we can move, who we can wed. And now the death tax, which once claimed only our best animal and garment, takes half our estate. No consideration for widows, no consideration for children. What about the town council? The Rathaus? Rathaus? Is it Rathaus or Rathaus? I feel like it should be Rat House. The House of Rats. But it might be Rathaus. Not sure. A community hall where people meet, typically a council that governs day-to-day affairs under the authority of a lord. Surely that is a sign that the abbot wishes to share his power, to listen to our grievances. You have a good heart, Ulrich. You always want to see the best in people. But no. The council is a way for the abbot to divide us, to pit a favoured few against the many. This is not charity. No, only greed and desperation drive Father Gernot. You'd think that if the abbot could, he'd steal a dead man's soul from heaven itself. And when we protested, what did Father Gernot do? He locked the shrine of St. Moritz. He won't allow the people of this town, the farmers of this land, to pray before the relic. Now, when we most need the intercession of our saint, the abbot has shut us out. Father Gernot's actions aren't just. They aren't Christian. We've endured this abuse for too long. Poachy eggy time, BRB. No worries, you enjoy that poached eggy. We do love a poached eggy. It's time we let the abbot know we won't take it anymore. Too right. Hear, hear. Yes. This has to stop. Let's fix this. Stop. This is foolish. Soldiers are already patrolling nearby towns. If you push against the abbey, you'll incur the Duke's wrath. You could get the town razed and everyone killed. Hannah's right. The Duke is a powerful force in Bavaria. We're playing a dangerous game, Otto. You lot are no match for trained soldiers. If you don't relent, you'll be ground into dust like the Swabian peasants. We could always grind you up instead, Lenhart. As a reminder for everybody, Lenhart is a landlord. So, whoever it was that just said we could grind you up instead, basically just said eat the rich. And you know what? They're fucking right. Don't be shy, speak up if you have cause. We won't be overrun. The peasants of Salzburg were able to take the city and have their cause heard. The people can get the Archbishop of Salzburg to listen to them, then we can do the same with the abbot. Master Andreas, do you think my family in Salzburg is all right? Shut it, child. I'm trying to listen to the revolution. No, we're going to be nice to him. We're also not going to go with the pugilist response here, even though we absolutely could. Yeah, no, I'm with you there, Nat. 100% with you there. I don't know, Casper, but we can find out. All right. Enough is enough. We can't stand by while the abbot continues treating us poorly. People all over Swabia are taking back their God-given rights. Why shouldn't we do the same? Welcome back, Rocket. A righteous cause. Martin's right. We deserve better. We can do this. Well spoken, Martin. Everyone ought to consider what he said. Martin has proved dependable these last few years. While the Obbit? Yeah, exactly. But if the words of men can't persuade you, perhaps a sign from a greater power will. The abbot may have locked us out of our saint's shrine, but God has shown me that he is with us. I think that's all I should say for now. Thank you all for coming. Oh. Good day, Andreas. We could act like nothing's happening here, but I think... I don't know. We haven't offended Clara yet, so... I feel like if we say it's lovely to see you again, she's going to be like, yeah, well, why didn't you visit sooner, you twat? Hello, Clara. How are you? Hello, Andreas. I'm surprised to see you after your long absence from Tassing. At this rate, we thought we'd never see you again. Okay, we're not going to do that one. we either go for the first one, you know, be a bit playful about it, or we go for the last one. We don't go for the middle one. We don't make them a pit stop that we just thought about at the last second on our way home, because that's a dick move. These people cared about us, they fed us, they housed us, and we fucked off for better things. And then basically forgot about them for nearly a decade. I think the first one. We're going to be a little cheeky about it and see how they take it. What can I say? I miss the alpine air.
Fuck
and the
off.
people, of course. How could you not? Yeah, Ava's taken it well. We're all good. We're in the middle of a strange season. Ah, you found the Gertners. Your speech was very rousing, Otto. I swear, they get better each time. Somebody took the orator background during their second level up, didn't they? Well done, Otto. It was a very good speech, very rousing. And we're going to go with the top one. We're not going to say, are you looking for trouble? Because that seems like... I agree with him. I fucking agree with him. I don't want him to think I don't. Down with the abbot. Down with the fucking barons. Power back to the people. That's what we want here. I hope the Duke doesn't catch word of this, Otto. The town could suffer for it. We're past the point of caring, Mailer. Oof. Second name basis. If you were in our position, you'd understand that. You're right. It's not my place to judge. I'm just concerned. It's appreciated, but we know the risks. Otto, did you really see a sign from God? Is that true? Understood why many people hate the abbot, including us. It was literally the only condition for success. It is, Andreas, I swear. Come talk to me later. I'll tell you what I can, all right? Yeah, unfortunately that doesn't surprise me at all, Buff, and that's infuriating. Welcome back, Ian. Inspiring words don't mean you're not at a big risk of getting killed by the army. Yeah, he seems to understand that there are risks and that the people that are getting involved are also aware of them. It's all good, Buff. Don't worry about it. I also suck at typing sometimes. It happens to us all. Anvil Industry, good. Hey, Soup, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. And 100% agreed. Absolutely. Anyway, Andreas, you and yours should come by the house for supper. We'd be delighted to have you. Hello, Poirot. Welcome in. Speaking of delighted to have people, welcome in. Oh, very cool rocket. Okay. Do we want to give the child agency? Hey, Grox. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. That baby is in its own basket. That baby is in its own basket. Hello, Carve. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Speaking of crediting artists, for anyone that didn't already know, Carve is the magnificent artist behind my mascot avatar. that you can see on screen right now, the PNG tuber, and is an exceptional pixel artist, has worked on the game that DMAC's been playing on stream on his channel recently, 9 Years of Shadows. My brain just blanked on the name of that then. Also an exceptional streamer, does amazing cozy pixel art streams that I love to lurk in during work. And is very educational whilst doing those streams as well. I've learnt so much from Carve's streams and from being in Carve's Discord as well, and just chatting to Carve in general. They're a good bean. You should follow them. You should support them. And if you are in a position to do so, you should get some pixel art from them. Oh. No worries at all, Carve. No worries at all. I only ever speak the truth. It's too much energy to try and lie. And I would love it if more people found you and recognised the amazing, amazing work that you do, both on and off Twitch. As your doctor, Hob companion. Yes. Agency child? What matter of sorcery is this? It's the accompanying gremlin. Okay. We're going to give the child agency. Sound good to you, Casper? Yes, Master Andreas, I'm starving. Okay, look, I get that I am technically his master, but I wish he wouldn't respond to me like that. Our table is a little sparse lately, but we'll be sure to feed you well. Thank you. We'll see you there. Seriously, we have been out of these people's lives for nearly a fucking decade. We've said not a word to any of them. We've not replied to any of the letters we've been sent, any of the communications at all. And we come back and they're just like, yeah, do you want to come over for dinner? I love these people. They are so nice. And what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, they don't hold a grudge. Probably thought he was dead. They probably fucking did. Like, so I have a couple of friends that I don't get to see very often. I didn't get to see them very often when I lived in the same city as them. I get to see them even less often, spend time with them even less often now that I live in Scotland. And we can go for a while without speaking to each other. And when we do speak to each other, it's usually to give each other a life update on something. And you know what? It's fine. It's a really nice, healthy friendship we've managed to develop, because we all get that we've got life shit happening, and that when we've got time, we'll update each other on it. We'll have a chat, we'll hang out, we'll send each other some memes, and if we can arrange it, we'll even like get on Discord and play some games together. But if that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And it's nice that we can just do that. That, Carve, is because my accent is a fucking garbage fire. I am not native to Scotland, no. I will cover that in a second when I've read Nat's message. It's the best feeling when you see someone and it's been years and they don't act like you did something horrible to them by having life stuff that derails you, and almost and also mental conditions that affect how you perceive time. And oh wait, what game are we playing? Yeah. Yeah, no, totally with you there. It's nice to have friends that don't guilt trip you because you don't communicate with them. Because sometimes communicating with people is hard, because being a person is hard. I had English teachers, but most of my exposure to English in actual practice is American through shows and internet friends. So the American through shows will probably be part of the reason why you can't place my accent. Because my accent is a combination of what is considered the Midlands, where I grew up and spent most of my time, and the North, Yorkshire. Sheffield specifically, because every little bit of Yorkshire has its own different accents and intonations and all sorts of other fun stuff. But when my northern accent came out while I lived in the Midlands, I would get bullied by the other kids because Yorkshire is... And Scotland as well, to be fair, which is just fucking bullshit. Anything north of the Midlands is considered where the commoners live, where the poor people live, that kind of shit. It's really horrid classist shit. But as a result, my accent has turned into this horrible mess of a thing where sometimes I'm really Yorkshire and other times I'm really not. And fellow Clock Tower team member, Anya Keister, actually asked me about this Friday stream, I think it was. And got me to say some words, just like not in a sentence, and I said them differently in the sentence in comparison to when I just read them out, because my brain is so badly wired because of my life experiences when it comes to my accent. Yeah, that is also not great now. I totally get where class is coming from with the you never wrote back when I told you my family had died. That is rough. We should have at least tried to send something back, even if it was just a platitude, I think. Yes, Kian, that'd be fucking awesome. A lot of people here in Australia think my North American accent, now mixed with Australian, is Canadian. Generic American accent that a lot of people hear on TV is not from my from any region. Yeah, it's made for TV specifically, and it's the same with the British accent that you hear on TV quite a lot as well. There are very few people that actually talk like that in the UK. Oh, geez, that's horrifying, Rocket. Hey, Andreas. Heard rumour you were back. Hello, Hans. Meet Casper, my apprentice. Hello. Hello. Are you from Nuremberg like Andreas? I'm from Salzburg. Is that very far from here? Not too far, I think. A few days to the east on horseback. Gore blimey, governor, and all that. Yeah, exactly. Dick Van Dyke has a lot to answer for. Atlantic English with radio accent was partly made to ensure the enunciation came across in the shit radios at the time, apparently. Ah, neat. If it was just people stealing from the supermarket directly, I'd be inclined to celebrate. Hope you can keep safe. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about the whole thing. There was a guy who stole like an entire bag full of stuff from our local Asda when we were there a few weeks back. And everyone around us is going, horrible, dirty bastard, can't believe somebody would do that. And I'm in my head going, well done, mate. Good on you. I mean, right up until the point when he threatened to smack a poor guard who was just doing his job, because he had to, in the face with this bag loaded full of tins. At that point, it was less of a good on you and more of a... he's got to do his job, otherwise he's going to get fired. But, you know... Really, Kian? Huh. Yeah, the whole thing about, like, sort of internalized classism when it comes to different regions and regional accents is really irritating, in my opinion. Threaten the bottom line, not the staff. Fuck yes, that's what we like. I've never been outside of Tassing. Or ridden a horse. Get out of this place while you're young, Hans. It's a shithole. See, If this was my hometown, I would fucking go for that one, because everybody hates their hometown. Tassing's a wonderful place to live. I guess some of the men in town say it would be better if the Abbey weren't around. They might be right about that. What do you think? I don't know. Could be nice to have a change. Be careful what you wish for. Change does not come peacefully in the Empire. I guess we'll see. Until then, Hans. Andreas Mailer. Didn't expect to ever see you back in Tassing. Also, if you're going to steal from a supermarket, don't get greedy over it like that kid who stole a PS4 by going through the self-service till after weighing the PS4 box and scanning that ticket. Dang, yeah. Still standing in the way of someone walking out with free food, which every human should get. Tough stuff. Yeah, very true. Very true. Welcome in, F-16. I hope you're doing well. Speaking of food... Ooh, what you got, Rocket? You look like you've done well for yourself. Thanks, and how have you been? We're not gonna pity party here. There is way too much shit going on in this town for us to be pity partying. Will do, Rocket. We've got a break coming up, so I'll check it on my phone during the break. Looking forward to next weekend. I bet you are, F-16. And I hope you have a fabulous time when it rocks round. I'm alright, thank you. I'm a little tired today, and I've got a little bit of a headache, because I sneezed a lot right before the stream started. My head's been fuzzy ever since. But other than that, I'm alright. And I'm sure it'll pass eventually. Things went well for a while after you left. Widow Kemperin lost her land, and the abbot let us work it. I don't like you. My brother's heart gave out not long after, but then Martin came back to help work the land. Even so, it's been hard to keep up with the abbot's demands, the taxes and everything else.
Fuck off.
I have temper issues, so I have to stop myself from telling classes twats to fuck off, because apparently that's wrong in public. Oh man, do I know that feeling. It's so hard to bite your tongue when people are being arseholes. But sometimes it's better for your own safety to do so. I completely get where you're coming from there, Kian. Sounds like a lot of people are upset with the abbot these days. They have good reason to be. I know you got on well with the man, but things have gotten much worse since your last visit. I wouldn't say I got on well with him. Thought he was a prick. I just, you know, guy wrote my paychecks. Father Matthias never let things get this bad. Anyway, good to see you, Andreas, even if you are just passing through. Until later. Hey, Hedy. Hello, Andreas. Okay, Hedy doesn't want to talk to us, that's fair. What's that, you stinky boy? He's licking his leg and it smells like raw sewage. Just him opening his mouth smells like raw sewage. You can tell he's getting old. Ah, you're not quite in shot. Come on, camera. There we go. Behold the smelly baby. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Brigitte. How are you? As well as anyone can be in Tassing right now. Looks like things are going well for you. Martin returned after all. Yes, the winter without him was excruciating. Fuck, he was gone for the entire winter. That's So when we were here last, it was, I think it was the autumn. You got to do what you got to do now. Like I said before, sometimes it's a matter of safety, particularly for our trans and outwardly queer community members. You've got to do what's safest for you. It doesn't always feel good, but with the way the world is, you shouldn't guilt yourself for keeping yourself safe first and foremost. If you find yourself in a position to speak out and you feel safe enough to do so, then by all means you can, but you shouldn't feel you have to if it's going to endanger you. Especially if it's going to endanger you. Especially what happened after what happened to Dad. Yeah, so it was like autumn last time we were here. So he was gone for like 3-4 months. That's... Jeez. I lost Little Wolf, and Kat was worried that she'd lose the farm after France died. But then Martin returned, and he's provided well for us ever since. Oh, jeez. That's so sad. So, do you folks remember from last week the baby that was crying a lot? So Martin's first kid must have passed away in the winter whilst he was wherever he went. That's rough, man. It's no wonder he's so different now. Like, whatever happened to him whilst he was away for what we can only assume is at least 3 months. That's one thing, but coming back to find that your kid's passed away, that is going to change a person. So it makes sense that he's the way he is now in comparison to the person that we knew last time we were here. Oh, I love that, Dash. What an amazing and admirable goal to have. I love that. Infant mortality was high back then, yeah, but just because infant mortality was high doesn't mean it wouldn't have an impact on the people affected by it, you know? Oh, thank you, HobbyTan. Okay, everybody, we're going to go for a break now, and we'll finish this conversation. Martin was the thief who ran away after stealing from the Baron. The abusive one was Martin's dad, who is dead. He has died. He had a heart attack whilst shouting at his wife. So he got his fucking comeuppance. They were still a tiny person, yeah. But yeah, we're gonna go and have a drink, have a stretch, maybe even grab a snack, get some fresh air, all that good meat mecha maintenance stuff. Maybe even celebrate the karmic retribution of the abusive father. If you want to, you know, run out into the street and go, yes, he died. Maybe don't do that. That could cause problems. But whatever you choose to do during your meat mecha maintenance break, I'll see you in 3.
I hear you, little friend. I'm coming. There you are. Hello. Hello. Oh, shit!
This is rubbish. This is an abomination.
The game lied to me. I feel betrayed. I will never trust a grub in a jar again.
Can I get to Melody? In time. I don't think I can. She's gonna get to the toilet before I can. Oh! She must think I'm such an arsehole. Just like running into the rooms that she's going into just before she gets there and destroying things. I am a horrible sister.
This is the latest. Welcome back from the break, everybody. I hope you're all feeling refreshed. Sorry, I absolutely had to pet Porthos. He looked super cute. And I was just like, you know what, I'm going to pet you. And then I realised that the timer was ticking down. Oh, he's so soft right now. Soft baby. Yeah, I agree with Nat. You look like you are just the anthropomorphic personification of muscle in the pictures you've put up on the Discord, and it is fucking glorious. Eggy has been posted. Ooh, Eggy. Okay, I'll check that out after, during the next break. But then Martin returned, and he's provided well for us ever since. Despite the tightening restrictions, we've gotten by. I'm thankful. Okay, we're not going to go with the I'm happy for you, or the that's nice. We're going to go straight for the bottom one here. I'm sorry to hear about Wolf. Poor little bugger. Thank you. It's... I try not to think about it. That is... Now, I know we've been playing him as an idiot, but that is a level of idiocy that I am not going to stoop to here. Because I feel like as much as he's a bit dim, he's got enough emotional intelligence to understand that it's not about not wanting to remember him. Kat wants to talk about him all the time, you know. Any night there's clear skies, she looks up and asks if I ever wonder how he is up there. Oh, shit, yeah, sorry. Brain fart moment. No, you are the personification of fucking metal. is the one I was going for, and just... Blech. So many amazing pictures in the Discord, and I get them mixed up sometimes. Yeah, no, you look absolutely fucking metal, and I wouldn't dare fight you. Also, for the record, skinny people, fucking scrappers. I've known quite a few skinny people that could lay out a fucking professional wrestler if they wanted to. Is this the maps month thing? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. My brain is squishy. Much like my body. But best of luck with the bulking up. I think you can manage it. I believe in you. I'm sorry, Andreas. I can't talk about this anymore. That's fair. I'm sorry I brought him up, Brigitte. You didn't know. It's alright. It's been good to see you again, but I should be going until later. Until then. Yeah. I have every faith in you, Dash. You will get the job. Even if it's not this job, you will get the job. You've already proven from what you've said of your trial shifts that you've got the... What's the word I'm looking for here? Maths month again. You've got the wherewithal to do the kind of jobs that you're doing trial shifts for. You've got the tenacity. You've got the stamina. So you actually definitely have it, and you've got your induction shift on Thursday. That's super exciting. So you've got the job sorted. You've just got to actually, you know, get started on that. And then with a little bit of time, a little bit of savings, you'll be able to get the place. You got the call. That's such great news. I'm so happy for you. We're getting rid of the decking in the back garden, and one of the cats has come back to find it gone and has a look of devastation on his face. Oh no! You've got the touch. Yeah. Dash has got the touch. Dash has the power. Hey, Porthos, why are you saying please? Do you want more pets? Am I gonna have to try and... Oh, yeah. He wants to sit in my lap. Hang on, buddy. Hang on. I don't think you can. You're too big for this. Bless you. Porthos, buddy. Wrong camera.
Missy Mo.
Let's,
My name's Tim. Get this dog some cheese, Craig.
Okay, he's not doing it anymore. Camera. Oh, yeah, okay. He really wants to sit in my lap, and he can't. Just stop saying please, sweetheart. Hang on a sec. You know what we need right now? Because the game isn't happening right now. This is what we need right now. Come on then. You can try. No? Okay. He knows he's on camera. He's being camera shy. The boy is a lap dog. It's not his fault you don't have a big enough lap. I know. I'm the worst. How dare I not have a big enough lap? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Dash. There we go. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. Ooh, very nice, Dash. Oh, there was a treat for Porthos. Hang on. What a happy boy. I know, right? Hey, baby. Welcome in, mate. Sit, please. Good boy. Andreas, Master Mailer. Andreas does not respond for 20 minutes while Cat waits patiently. I'm sorry, I'm petting a dog right now. And thank you for the treat for the bar staff as well. We got cherries. Oh shit, really do. Very nice. Are you happy now? You've had pets, you've had a treat. You can't have another treat. Petting Porthos is of the utmost importance. It is. Boop. S16, thank you for the treat for Porthos. Look at him go. Does the tappies and everything. I didn't even ask him there. Boy. You're such a polite boy. Aren't you, baby? You're so polite. Yeah. Too polite sometimes. See, when people see him mouthing at me, if they don't know him, they don't know me, they're like, oh my god, how are you letting him do that? Because he doesn't want to bite me. He wants to kiss me. You just want kissies, don't you? You just want kissies. Because you're a big, soft baby. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. But no kissies, because you smell like raw sewage. I love you, but you reek. You do. You do, and it's lucky you're cute. Because otherwise, I wouldn't want to do this at all, would I? No, I'd still do it. I'd still be lovely. Boy. Boofer not a biter, he totally is.
Hello there.
The mouthing is literally just, you are not close enough, and I want more affection. He might nibble sometimes, like, unintentionally, he'll nip. And then he'll be like, oh my god, I bit you, I'm so sorry. Which is always really funny. Okay. I should probably play some of the game, otherwise we'll never finish it. But you're comfy now, aren't you? You are gonna fall, though. Like, this is not a tenable situation for either of us. There we go. He's still got his paw on my leg, though. You're not getting rid of me that easy, he says. I did see the food photos. I even responded to them, Rocket. Does he need a doggy toothbrush? I think his mouth needs an exorcist more than he needs a doggy toothbrush. We've got some breath freshener for him and a toothbrush. Hates having his teeth cleaned. But he's just, you know, he's old and he smells bad. That means something different in Australia, really? Too focused on lunch. Yeah, I don't blame you. It looked fucking glorious. Can I go back to the game now? Yeah? You can have one more pet for the road. Okay, we're gonna play some game now. And I'm gonna have to sit really wonky because the dog is still laying on my leg. Hello, cat. 30 minutes later. There we go. Porthos has gone off of my lap now. Well, would you look at that? You are back in tassing. And look at you. You've done well for yourself. And who's this? Cat, please meet Casper, my apprentice. Andreas had to reboot. This Andreas has encountered an error and must restart. Oh. Not just an Oz thing. Well, we learn something new every day.
Hello there.
I mean, the vet has put stuff up his butt before. So, yes. I guess he is also that kind of boofer.
Hello there.
Hello. Got the posture of an artist, that's for sure. Good strong face, though. I do? What brings you back to tassing, Andreas?
Hello there.
Just passing through on the way back to Nuremberg. Okay, so we're admitting it to some people and not others. Yeah, let's not be like, oh yeah, I'm surprised your child that ran away survived. How have you been, Cat? You seem well. I feel well. The past few years have been challenging, but I am stronger now for the Lord's trials. Franz passed a few winters ago, then Wolf. Brigitte and I nearly lost the farm, and our mines. Okay. Franz passed a few winters ago. We've been gone for 7 years. Martin ran off whilst we were still in tassing. If we take a few to mean 3, possibly 4, that means that Martin was gone for at least 3 fucking years. He wasn't gone for 1 winter, he was gone for several winters. It has been going mostly uncatastrophically. We found out that a lot of the people in tassing who we were supposed to be friends with have lost family members and sent word to Andreas, and Andreas never replied to any of them, which is not great. Klaus is mad at us, which is reasonable. And the peasants are starting a revolution. So good on them. Martin returned shortly after, and he's proved to be a changed man, a good man. He saved us from destitution. Hell yeah, up the working class, exactly. Even as a vampire, Lestat sent letters home, and he could be a right cunt. Yep. That is accurate, Buff, in every single way possible.
Hello there.
Yep. There's a reason they called him the Brat Prince. And I hope you have a lovely day with the boyfriend. Titters. Thank you for popping in and saying hi, though. I really appreciate it. It's always lovely to see you. I don't know which one of these to go with. Like, my preference would be neither. Because, like, we already know that Wolf's passing is kind of a sore subject. And France's passing we're all very fucking happy about. Yeah, this is a difficult one. I kind of want to know how she feels about France passing away, though, especially seeing as he was yelling at her when he died, apparently. Fuck it, let's find out. My condolences on Francis passing. Thank you. He was a... well... we're gonna go for the middle option. Enjoy your time in the Lurkers Lounge, Titters. Let me know if old Andy becomes the new face of the revolution, alright? I don't think he will somehow. He's nowhere near as pretty as the current face of the revolution, so... Francis passing is something that makes you skip along happily. Yep. A difficult man. I hope his pains and terrors are eased now that he's at God's side. Oh, he ain't at God's side, sweetheart. I may not be a religious person, but if there is a heaven and there is a hell, that man is not going to heaven. And now that Martin has returned to us, the farm is no longer in danger, and Brigitte and I live in hope of more children soon. Might have been liberating for her to hear a real asshole. Yeah, that's very true. From limited interactions with them as a household, she seemed to have genuine affection for him, though, even though he was terrible to her. Whether that was just, you know, putting up a front or not is another question, because we weren't exactly close with this family. Which is why they don't seem to give a toss that we're back. See if you can see him. Just. Camera does not want to sit right for me today. There we go. Gone to sleep. Cute sleepy baby. The farm is no longer in danger, and Brigitte and I live in hope of more children soon. Times may be hard and taxing right now, but God truly does answer our prayers. I'm glad you and your family are well, Kat, despite everything. Thank you, Andreas. It truly is good to see you again, even in the midst of such terrible times. Until later, Kat. Until then. I suppose we should go and have a chat with Martin as well. Where did you fuck off to for 3 years? Andreas Mailer, good to see you again after all these years. And you as well. What have you been up to? You look like you've done well for yourself. You know what? Let's actually use our background for a change. Art. I lived and worked in Aragon for a few years. Ah, people here think I'm well-travelled because I've been to Ulm. Though I suppose I have had a lot of adventures for a country boy. What happened to you, anyway? Oh, right. You know, I stole some of the Baron's things. I didn't make it far with them. Tried to sell them in Walgu. And got robbed. Serves me right, I guess. Luckily, they didn't find the coins I was carrying. Money carried me around Bavaria for another month and a half. I started stealing, grew bigger, more confident over time, and became a highwayman. Nice, I like the sound of this. You were a bandit? Hard to believe, I know, but yes. Anyway, it didn't last long. I eventually got scared out of it. Had a partner for the last year of my adventures. We tried to rob some Italians. Thought they were merchants travelling under the banner of St. George. No new weird medieval guys today. Sigh. 2nd century Praetorian Guard and patron saint of England. He's most well known for his legendary victory against the dragon. Sure. We all believe it. They were not. They were soldiers guarding the property of an Italian bank. My partner didn't survive the encounter. I was wounded and alone in the wilderness. Thought of my father, my mother, Brigitte. I realised I couldn't remember Wolf's face anymore. Had to come back and take up the responsibilities I had left behind. Was coming back difficult? It was. It felt like I had stepped out of another life into this one. Took me a while to get used to everything, to remember how things used to be. It's all in the past now. Just need to look forward. Hello, Waddledee, welcome in. I mean, that's one way to describe it, Waddledee. No, it's not Monty Python. It's definitely not the Holy Grail. This is Pentiment. It is I've been calling it a weird medieval guy's murder mystery. All of the art is designed to mimic the style of art that you would have seen in pages of medieval books that were often drawn by monks. Monty Python and the Bavarian Village, yep. Highwaymen is a fucking incredible super band of country music. Really? Did not know that. When he said Flag of St. George, I expected a knightly order. Oh, nope, just the Italian banks. I mean, potentially, yeah, Nat. I'm not sure I'd want to, though. It's such beautiful art as it is already. Spanish Inquisition? Maybe. I suppose so, Waddledee. Nobody would expect it. Well done, F16. Well done. For some reason, in my Megamech campaign, my mercenaries aren't being paid. Well, you know what the mercenaries need to do then, Buff? Get what they're owed. That was quite a speech you gave back at the Commons. You need support. The townsfolk aren't as committed to opposing the abbot. They have less to gain and more to lose if the abbot chooses to get the Duke involved. Anyway, I have to get back to work. Good talking to you, Andreas. All right, until later. We already spoke to these lot. We have been to the Bower House. It's the Gertners we need to go see. I was going to say unionise, but that works better. I mean, both. Both is good. Simple solution, kill the abbot. Yeah. Like, I genuinely think the abbot was responsible for what happened to the Baron. In the first chapter. But we've got no evidence of that. Oh, really, Poirot? Fascinating. I see what you mean now. Hello again, Andreas. We're about to sit down to supper. Care to join? I want to walk around a bit more. I'll be back soon. We're going to have a chat with the rest of the household if we can. Hello, Andreas. Hello, George. Hello, Andreas. Oh, look at little Ursula. She can talk, like full sentences now. Hello. Hello, Ursula. Do you remember me? No. Should I? You used to poke me in the foot with a stick to wake me up. Okay, I kind of love that response. We're going with that one. I did? You did. I stayed in the room upstairs. I kind of remember that. I think you told me a story once. Mum and Dad sometimes talk about you. They said you went away for more training. What was that like? Well, while I was in Aragon, I learned a new technique to make colours that... No, not about the art, Andreas. About your travels. Oh. Okay. Like, we were just about to, like, full-on information dump on this child about pigments, and she's not having any of it. I'm a little disappointed. I love talking about pigments. Paint is fun. All right, all right. But my pigments! Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Never met so many different people than I have in Aragon. The ports are bustling with Saracens and ships full of gold coming back from the New World. Mum said a dark man from Abyssinia visited once, but I was too little to remember. She said he was a Christian and lived in the abbey with the monks. Yes, Brother Sabat. I remember Brother Sabat. This fellow. He seems kind of suspicious of Trauma Frog. Educate this child in the arts. Scold for not knowing the greatest artist in all of Christendom. Yes. Ableism starts young. Yep. He was just visiting, delivering a gift to the abbot. I wonder how he's doing. He sounds interesting. I wish someone interesting would visit us. Wow! Backhanded compliment, child. Rent Trauma Frog, yep. For those that weren't here for that, we call that frog Rent Trauma Frog because when we first saw them on a glossary page, we were helping out with this family's rent problems. Yeah, that child has burned us thoroughly. I'm right here, Ursula. Okay, we actually have that as an option. Do we want to be offended by the child's comment, or do we want to just brush it off? How sensitive of an artist are we feeling today? Slap the child. Wow, harsh. I mean, I know we were talking about that last night as well, but that child deserved it. Don't attack the child. Judgmental Burb would approve. Judgmental Burb probably would approve, yes. I love how you've all just adopted the weird medieval guys. Best community on Twitch, hands down. I keep saying that this weekend, but you are. You're fucking great. How sensitive of an artist is like saying how red of a fire truck. I mean, I laugh, but it's true. Me and Rocket are like the devil and angel on your shoulder. You are a little bit today, yeah. Oh no, I have been bitten by the play Minecraft for a week bug. It gets you like that sometimes, doesn't it, Dash? Now, we are pro-child in this chat. March up to her parents and say she needs a better education in respect for the arts and neurodivergence. Yes. Okay. Hit the baby, don't hit the baby. Hit the baby! We're not hitting the baby. You know what? I think we're going to be assured in ourselves and not let the child's harsh words hurt us today. We are going to take that moment of mindfulness. We are going to... we are going to... we're going to center ourselves. We are going to say to ourselves, we are enough. We are valid. We are interesting. It doesn't matter what this child says. The child is wrong. Seymour Skinner affirmations. You never know who might turn up in Tassing. I guess. Andreas, can I ask you something? I don't know, is it going to be mean again? Of course. Do you know the stories about Perkta and the Wild Hunt? Okay, we're going to need the page view for this so that I can actually read the bit on the bend. Ye old affirmations, yes. No worries, Rocket. You do what you need to do, as always. Perkta. Pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. The Wild Hunt. Yes, I've played Witcher 3. In Germanic folklore, the Wild Hunt is a supernatural cavalcade of spirits and fiends, which may cause destruction or portend war and other catastrophe if not adequately appeased. I don't know why I emphasised the cat in catastrophe there. My brain just did not process the whole word in time. The Wild Hunt is often led by a legendary figure, such as Perkta or the Devil. Maybe. Who knows? With a name like Ursula, no wonder why she is wrong. She is in disguise like another Disney movie. No, she's not. Poor little Ursula. She's just a sheltered little country kid who doesn't know any better and has zero tact because she's a child. Of course, I lived in Switzerland for a while. They believe in Perkta too. They call her Dame Hulda, where I stayed, in Basel. Why? Are they bad? We should focus on the cause, not the symptoms. Of course Ursula takes it out on us that she's sweeping whilst everyone else sits down. This is very true. Also, she's got a really bad cough. I think she might be sick. Bad how? Well, my grandpa tells me things about Perkta and spirits and charms. And my old woman, Attilia, she talks about them too. And says all these words I don't understand. Okay, Attilia is still alive. Attilia, alive, confirmed. She doesn't have a house anymore. She doesn't have a farm anymore. But she is alive. She told me they're part of the old ways or something. So why do you think they're bad? Well, my dad says that I shouldn't listen to any of it. He says it's nonsense and that Father Thomas would be mad. He said he only tolerates it with old people because they're too stuck in their ways. I have comments on that, as I'm sure folks in chat will appreciate. No worries, F16, you enjoy your shower. I don't want to get in trouble, but Grandpa says if I don't learn the old ways, they'll just be forgotten. Why are you asking me? So are they bad? Okay. Ooh, what do we want to do here, chat? So last time we were in a position where we could influence a child. We encouraged a child of a landlord to become an artist, despite the fact that his dad didn't want him to. I didn't bother watching the state of play, Waddle Dee, so I have no idea. Learn. We're all for the freedom of information here. Well, his dad was a cunt, so artist all the way, accurate, yes. But also, you know, learning good. We'll do that. They're not bad. You should learn what you can. Really? Occultist background. Fuck yeah, we passed the check because we're occultists. Consume knowledge. Told the story of the Basal Basilisk. We did. We told her the story of the Basilisk. Told an ordinary travel story. Aww. Yes, it's important for you to carry on the stories and knowledge of your ancestors. So I am in wholehearted agreement with this. Not from a perspective of you should have to practice the same things that your ancestors did, but those stories are an important part of our cultural heritage. And can give us some very important, very meaningful information to lead our lives with, even if it doesn't seem like it initially. It's always good to be able to look back at what came before. Sigmar approves of this message. This game does not have randomly exploding people, Waddle Dee, and I can't think of a single reason why it would. Yeah. It is important for us to document our history and to document it accurately. It is important for us to document our folktales, our fables, our urban legends, because all of that is an important part of our cultural history and can be very, very valuable for those that come after us in helping them to understand our place in the world, our thoughts on things, and how various different world events shaped us. And this is why I am the way I am about video game archival, because video games are also an important part of our cultural history. I can see where you're coming from, Waddle Dee, but this isn't Time Bandits, it's not Monty Python, and it's very definitely not the Muppets or the Young Ones. So you're not going to see anything like that here. I mean, I suppose that too, Nat, but, like, I'm thinking more about it from the positive side of things rather than from the evil corpo side. How could you play a game without randomly exploding people? I know, shame on me. Oh, that makes sense. That was our 5th dialogue check that we've actually managed to pass. I own Rock of Ages, I think. I presume you're talking about the game, because I think there's a film with the same name. Thanks, Andreas. Until later. I am really glad we decided to talk to everybody before we sat down for dinner. Because otherwise we would not have had that conversation with Ursula. That's very true, Nat. Yes, I do own it. I've never played it, though. Like so many other games in my backlog. Hello, Andreas. Good to see you back in town. Hello, Veronica. How have you been? Oh, you know. Pulled every which way. Mum's been a cow about when I'll give her grandchildren. As if I'm not doing enough work already. This is my general opinion on the matter. Like, if you want to have kids, have kids. When you're good and fucking ready. Don't let anybody else dictate how your life should go. Like, you're gonna get a bit of hoblaw now. When Slow and I got engaged, certain elements of my wider family were like, oh, why have you gotten engaged? Oh, are you pregnant? Are you going to make sure that it's you know, not born out of wedlock? No, we just wanted to get engaged. And then it was, well, you're engaged now. That means you're going to get married eventually. So when are you going to start having kids? We're not. I don't want children. I don't want to bring life into this world for many, many reasons, which I will not get into on stream. But you know what? I don't care what anybody else thinks. Even if it is my family and they try and guilt me into it, I don't fucking care. I am living my life the way I want to live it. And I am happy that way. If I don't bring more people into the world, I don't bring more people into the world. There are plenty of folks out there that do want to. And they can. So good on them. And if I ever change my mind, you know what? We can adopt. It's not difficult. I don't care about carrying on the family line or any bullshit like that, because that's what it is. It's bullshit. You do what's best for you. And if anybody tries to pressure you into living your life in a different way, then fuck them. So we're going to go with the bottom option. That's what I keep telling her. Maybe you should talk to her, Andreas. If it comes from someone as successful as you, maybe she'll pay attention. Thank you now. Anyway, I should get back to work. We're all preparing for the festival. I'll leave you to it. Until later, Veronica. See you, Andreas. Oh, only one person left. Ill Peter. Who obviously, with a name like that, has the sickest rhymes in all of Tassing. Eh? Oh, it's you, the artist from a few years ago. Yes, Andreas Mailer. Surprised you remember me. Everyone seems to think my mind is going, but I'm still sharp as a nail. Exactly, Carve. It's utter bullshit, the whole thing. Andreas makes nails, you know? Good man. This man looks tired. This man looks very fucking tired. Right. You staying with my family again? No, I'm staying at the Abbey's... The Abbey. Pah! That wretched Gernot is probably charging you a king's fortune to stay there. We know why he hates the abbot so much, so I'm gonna tell the truth. I've been invited to Lethal Company. I shall shift my ass over to the Lurker's Lounge and wish you a good medieval mystery. Thank you very much, Dash. You have fun with it, with Lethal Company. I'm so bad at that game, but it's so much fun. I hope you have a grand time. And thank you for hanging out. It's been lovely to have you here. I'm a guest of the Abbey. He hasn't charged me anything. You just wait. He was kind enough to us at first, too. Oh, we ask that anyway. Why do you hate the abbot so much? Everything went to shit after Father Matthias died. That man, God rest his soul, never increased taxes. He might have asked for a tithe in harder winters, but we were happy to help the abbey then. We could take from the forest as we needed. Brother Florian used to help us in our illnesses. Let us follow in the ways of our forefathers. A true Christian, that old abbot. And then, Father Gernot promised he would keep everything between the abbey and us peasants the same. And we were foolish enough to believe him. I'm not going to do the coughing anymore, it's hurting my throat. At first, he refused to allow Florian to come down anymore. Taxes got higher, he stopped allowing us to pay in goods and livestock. Now he only takes coin, so we can come by enough of that in a year to pay our rents alone. Bastard doesn't give a damn about us. Not how Father Matthias did. We're gonna go with the bottom option, because we don't like the prick. Father Gernot's been an ass longer than I thought. Heh. You should talk to my son. You should help him stop that bastard abbot. I should go. Yeah, alright. Okay. We have talked to the whole family. It is time for dinner. Politician Abbey the worst. Yep, yep. The last thing you need is an abbot that is more interested in the politics and the financial gain than actually, you know, repping the Lord, as it were. And this is why I liked Brother Piero so much. because, and I said this during one of the previous streams, what if the top option is right, though? Well, if the top option is the correct option, then I'll have to find out on a separate playthrough, won't I? Yeah, I liked Father Piero because Father Piero really actually embodied the sort of core Christian ideals in a way that Father Gernot really fucking doesn't. It would be my pleasure to eat with you. What are we going to eat today, chat? What's it going to be? They did say that they're struggling a little bit at the minute, so it's probably not going to be super exciting. But it could be very interesting nonetheless. We've got a little pot on the table. Ooh! Are we having a fondue? It's truly a blessing to have everyone back together again, if only briefly. Keep an eye on that boy of yours, Andreas. See that he minds how much he takes. Young boys eat too good, too goddamn much. Peter, stop that. Andreas is our guest. Why don't you lead us in grace? Fine. Okay, we've done this before. We're not gonna do it again. Yeah, humph, amen is my approach too. Spare rats could be rat. Master Andreas, why are we the only ones with bread? Okay, we can tell the truth, or we can tell him to shut up. Or we can not do anything at all. We can just ignore what he said. This is difficult, because obviously we're at the fucking table with them. Like, obviously, they've given us their bread because they're trying to be polite to their guests, which is lovely, but... Is it now? Yeah, I skip through it because it's the same grace every time, and I read it out the first time and don't want to have to read it again. It feels wrong to read the Lord's Prayer when you are not partaking, as it were, if you see what I mean. Educate on class young. Yeah, that's fair. I just, like, I want to just tell him, but also we're at the table with them, and it feels kind of... I don't know. I don't want them to feel bad. It's weird. Oh, very nice, Kian. I could go for some ice cream right now, but we ate it all yesterday. It was really hot here yesterday. Okay. We're whispering, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But we'll tell him. It is whispering, but it's not a very big table rocket. And I think the only one out of the lot of them that's likely to be even partially deaf at this point is Il Peter. Which is why I'm a little hesitant, even though I want to just tell him the truth. Okay, we'll just do it. We'll do it. The Gertners can't afford a lot of bread. They're being polite. Okay, cool. They didn't hear me. Andreas, it's so good to have you at our table again. Because they're poor as fuck, you moron. He's a rich kid from a rich family, who's never been here before. He doesn't have this world experience yet. You're treating prayers with a lot more sanctity than a lot of the Catholics I know. It feels wrong to speak a prayer if you don't believe in it, to me. I have nothing against anybody's religion. They are free to practice as they choose, as long as they're not impeding on the rights and freedoms of others. But I don't... I'm not involved in that, so I don't want to be involved in that. And it feels wrong to pretend to be, even for the purpose of this. And with another guest, is this young man your assistant? Yes, he's my apprentice, Casper. Ah, that would explain why I saw him writing in that little journal. I remember you did the same thing when you lived here. Okay, so we've got a piece of cheese, we've got some rye bread, and some pottage. Okay. Yep. Good solid medieval meal here. Let's have the cheese first. We'll have the bread second because they've been gracious enough to give us their bread. So, hello Frankenstein, welcome in.
Hello there.
Do you still draw in your journal, Andreas? Oh, sometimes when the mood strikes. Wouldn't that be nice, George? We only had to work when the whim took us. And we toil all day, and that despicable abbot is starving us all while he sips on his sacramental fucking wine. Ooh, we got a swear! From one of the actual characters, not from one of the characters in our head. Well then, lay off him, Dad. He only just got here. How have the fates been treating you these last few years? Ursula's sick. I ate in a medieval restaurant on Thursday. Really? The Lord is testing us with another hard season, I'm afraid. That's one way to say it. Been miserable as shit all round. Maybe you should be resting, Grandpa. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna do it sitting up at my own goddamn table. The whole family's been ill, Andreas. Peter, his father, and Ursula. With an ague. Ague? I don't know. And me, well... Clara lost a child in childbed a year ago now. Okay, we've got a break coming up, which gives me time to think on how I want to react to this, because I'm sorry for your loss is the appropriate thing, but also we have a medical background. So we have the option to be like, any idea what caused it? Oh, bye, Porthos. The chair was spinning round and making it hard for him to actually get out of it. Oopsie. Okay, everyone. Time for a stretch, a snack, some fresh air, some sippies, and I will be back with you in 3 minutes. See you in 3. Just gonna... She's watching a fucking horror movie. I love her. I love her so much. It's like, oh no, my friend, I must save you. Oh, that was fucking great.
You came back. I thought you were being fucking murdered! Okay, everybody. Are you ready to make a child cry?
This is the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty. Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic, stunning high resolution, 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects. Elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Sit down and watch me stream Loom today.
Can I get to Melody? In time. I don't think I can. She's gonna get to the toilet before I can. Oh! She must think I'm such an arsehole. Just like running into the rooms that she's going into just before she gets there and destroying things.
Welcome back from the break, everybody. I hope you're all feeling refreshed. I know I must come across as a moral busybody, but the denigration of children is so casually ingrained. I see so many people take part in it without realising or caring. No, you're right, Nat, which is why my response to that was, he's not got that life experience yet. He doesn't know any better. Thank you, Buff. Yeah, kids, especially when they've come from specific backgrounds and are in an environment they're not used to, won't have the knowledge and experience required to be able to just innately know certain things about how certain social cues and things like that work. We have to teach them. And, you know, he's clearly led a very sheltered life because he's come from this much better off background than the people that he's surrounded by. This is there was a thing I read about a girl who didn't know what, like, a McDonald's hamburger was like. Didn't know what it contained or anything like that because she came from a well-to-do background and they'd never let her have fast food. So she was just like, I don't know what this is. And she was in her 20s. Remember rightly? But yeah, it's all about the kind of environment you've been brought up in, the kind of background you have, that will influence the knowledge you have. And when they're the sort of age that Casper is, he's like 12, 13, I think. He's just not equipped for being in Tassing yet. So really, us stopping here on the way back to Nuremberg is probably the best thing for him, because it's giving him a lot of experience that he wouldn't otherwise get the opportunity to have. I think we're gonna, as much as the urge to go all medical on her is strong, we're gonna go for the second option here. A tragedy. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, Andreas. It was some time ago, but, well, such things linger. It was monstrous. Monstrous. Don't think about it, just keep the conversation going. You're already thinking about it. Please leave me alone, just for a while. Alright, just for a while. Like, we need to keep the conversation going, but I don't like that as a statement. That's going to lead somewhere grim, I think. Based on what I know about the religious practices. And about Ilpeter's opinions of the religious practices. This feels like it's going to go somewhere we don't want to tread. Where we don't have the right to tread. So I'm going to remain silent. It seems the Lord rarely looks on Tassing any longer. That's why it's time for us to take matters into our own hands. We're eating, not at the table. Do you think? He's right. Please, can we not talk about this now? Oh, we get to eat the pottage as well. George here was married while you were away, Andreas. Really? To whom? To me, Andreas. Why else do you think I'm here? I mean, good on him for not just assuming. And I also don't I don't like this as a response either. We do not have the right to be saying shit like that to them, in my opinion. Also, it doesn't matter what we think about their relationship. Fuck it, I'm going for the idiot option. Veronica, I had thought you were just visiting. Ha! No, I'm here for good. It's been a couple of springs, but I'm still not used to being married. No, we're not saying this one. Congratulations, George. I'm happy for you. Thanks, Andreas. It's been our one blessing in this dark season. Those children soon to come, I hope. Aha. Heh. What? I don't get it. Do you? Oh, forget it, Ursula. What have you been up to, Andreas? Whoa, that's a lot of options there. Well, it's 3 options, but they're all big. For our patrons are fussy, I've spent a fortune trying to keep my inks wet and canvases dry whilst travelling. Nuremberg is miserable. Painting a commission, but patrons are paying to be added, so it's taking ages to finish. Busy with Casper's apprenticeship. No, we're not going to say that with Casper sat right next to us, the poor little bugger. What should I say? My life seems so far from theirs now. Don't leave them waiting. I can't think of anything! Nothing but my miserable little problems. They'll think you're rude if you don't say something. Okay. Here are our options as I see it. Complaining about spending money, which is a thing they don't have and need. Complaining about getting more money, which is a thing that they have, don't have and need. Or complaining about our apprentice. Which is not fair to Casper because he's done nothing wrong, the poor little bugger. So I want to go for one of these 2 options, but neither of them feels great. I think we'll go for this middle option. Because this one feels more complainy, whereas this one's all options bad. Yeah, basically. This one feels a little bit more like it's irritating that they keep adding things on after they've already said what they want. Because, to be fair, it is kind of annoying when people do that. Oh, pa. Not interested in tales of your charmed city life. Yeah, I figured that was going to be the response no matter what I said there. Ursula, maybe you should excuse yourself and rest. You're sick. But, Mum, I'm still hungry. Here, Ursula, you can have mine. It's not fair that nobody else gets any bread. Besides, Master Andreas and me. Stop. Ursula, give it back to him. I'm not going to have people in this town saying we can't feed our goddamn guests. Besides, we all have work to get back to, don't we? Aww. That's rough. Time to get back at it, Andreas. We'll see you and your boy later. My apologies, Peter. We didn't mean to overstay our welcome. It's all right, Andreas. He's just in a bad mood. It was lovely to see you again. Thank you for coming, Andreas. Will you be staying for St. John's Eve? I think so. Good. Hopefully we'll see you later. Until then. Fair enough, Waddle Dee. What do you want to say to this starving family? Bloody foreigners. DJ Khalid suffering from success? Or, I know I hired you, but stop it. Stop what? Yeah, basically, Nat, bravo. Beautifully surmised there. Fair enough, Waddle Dee. Where were we supposed to go next? Okay, so that's the guest house that we go to sleep in. Oh, that's this one here. I guess. Yeah, must be. Rapscallion. We are a rapscallion. Look at us, though. We're a fancy lad now. Oh, okay. I thought my headache was because of all the sneezing before the stream, but I've just looked out the window and seen the sudden cloud coverage. It looks very bright, I know, but it is very fucking cloudy. I think it's going to rain, and that will be why my head's hurting. Because I am like a human barometer. I get migraines when it's going to rain. Because the air pressure goes through the fucking roof and I'm extremely sensitive to it. Just the beard makes him look more distinguished. Yeah. Reasonable. I think the outfit helps as well. What's this? Oh, that's just the... Have we seen this one before? Is it a bear eating a goat? With plants coming out of its ears? Medieval guys be weird. Oh, I guess we're just going to bed, aren't we? That's what we're doing now. It bothers me that this is still marked as being where the Widow Kemperin is, if she lost her house. Wait. The Sin of Saul! The Sin of Saul! Saul Goodman? Saul, the first monarch of Israel. According to the Old Testament, Saul was divinely rejected from the kingship after disobeying the prophet Samuel's instructions. The more you know. You wouldn't want to eat a goat without plants coming out of your ears. That'd just be weird. Hello, Tabby. I already said hello to you? I don't think I have. I might have. My brain is mush. Master, did you hear that? Sounded like someone crying out. I think it's Sister Amelie. She's a mystic. She may be having one of her visions. Sister Amelie, are you all right? The Philistines, this is the hand of God. Compline, Compline. Sister, is something happening at Compline? It's Compline right now. No! Oops. Sister? Sister Amelie? Oh, the animation on her face there. That was so good. It was just the briefest flash, and it's quite small for you folks. I know it's quite small for me. But that was really beautifully animated. Honestly, the artistry of this game is just so fucking good. I know I've not commented on it. Thank you, Nat. I know I've not commented on it during this stream, really, but I do adore it. You're the artist, Andreas. Are you all right, sister? I'm tired. Was I talking? You were having a vision. You mentioned the sin of Saul, the Philistines, and Compline. Oh, I wish Father Thomas were here. Would you like Casper to go get him? If he could, yes. His house is just around the corner. Casper, run and get Father Thomas. Yes, Master Andreas. Off he goes. No, he is not, Waddle-Dee. So Andreas is an artist who was, when he was training to become a master artist, he stayed with the Gertners who we've just had dinner with, and worked in Kearsau Abbey, which is just up the hill, with the Benedictine monks that were, at the time, considering when this is set, one of the primary sources of written works. So they wrote all the books and did all of the beautiful art that you would see in these medieval books. This is just prior to the printing press becoming a big thing. So we went to visit our friend Klaus, who lives in the village, earlier. And Klaus has a big printing press because he is the printer for this town. Now that the printing press is becoming a more common thing. The story is excellent. It's really well put together. It's really good about the way it feeds you educational information as well, because you don't have to go and read it if you don't want. I'm just a completionist and like reading everything. Yeah, it's set in medieval Bavaria. So this is still Holy Roman Empire territory at this point in time. Your son? You know what? We're going to go for the second option because I like Casper. I think he's a good kid, and we are kind of trying to take him under our wing and teach him about the world as much as we're teaching him about art. So I have no son, my wife and I. Ooh, there's something juicy in there that we can learn about our own character, but I don't want to go there. I want to go with this one. This is awkward. I want to learn things. I want to learn things, but I also want to be nice about our basically adopted son. This is RoboCop all over again. We have adopted another child. My apprentice, but I think of him like a son. He seems eager to please you. He's quite enthusiastic, yes. I have little knowledge of the workings of masters and apprentices. Oh, we get to see inside of her little space. My world is one of spirit, decoupled from the march of life and death. I see and hear your world turning from this little window, but they are mercifully small glimpses. Mercifully small? This cell allows me to contemplate mysteries without the noise of the outside world polluting my thoughts. Your world is the world of normal lives and normal thoughts. It can be difficult to hear the divine, much less make sense of it. I have no will to be part of that world. I strive to have no will at all, but to subordinate myself to the will of God. When my will is his will, he graces me with visions, confusing though they may be. I don't like any of these options. Because, like, this one feels like it's invalidating her. This one feels like we're not listening. This one is dismissing her. And this one, well, it just feels a bit weird. Do we have another oops, all bad options again? What do we think, chat? I'm stumped as to which one to pick here. Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it, Waddle-Dee. First one, that's at least some engagement with the spiritual discussion. Yeah, fair play. I think the phrasing is what makes me uncomfortable with this one rather than the actually engaging with it. Like, we've talked about this before. I'm happy to engage in a person's interests and faith as long as they're not trying to push that on me. As long as they accept that I am not there to come around to their side, but to have the conversation just in general. It's all good. And it can be a respectful conversation. But yeah, the phrasing of this one makes me feel a little uncomfortable, but I am open to the conversation itself, if that makes sense. To join your will, to be intimate with Jesus as though he were your wedded husband. Yeah, she did not like that. Look at that face. That is a nope, nope. I'm just gonna screenshot that. That is a bold thing to say, Master Mailer. Where did you hear that? I have thoughts of my own. That is also an exceptional reaction. Hang on, I want that one too. There is some theological discussion to be had about the comparison of Christ to a husband, yeah. We're gonna go with the, I read it in a book, I'm sorry, rather than the, I have thoughts of my own, because she seemed kind of shocked by, very shocked in fact, by him saying that in the first place. So, source, I know things, yeah. I drink and I know things. I read it in a book by an English mystic. I had someone make a translation for me. I'm glad you have an interest in spiritual matters. These are not words to speak lightly, nor ideas to speak lightly of. The revelations we experience can be terrifying to us, and those who witness us experiencing them. They are not dreams, but waking visions of the greatest divine forces. I'm sorry, I did not mean to offend you. I'm not offended, but it is difficult for us to communicate these experiences through the written word. Sister, what is that hole in the ground? Uh-oh. The source, me. Yep. My grave. What? She's so chill about it. She's so chill. I dug it before Father Thomas read me my funeral rites, before I was enclosed here. I dig a little more in it each day. Most people find it shocking, but this is my devotion, my vocation. Once someone finds their calling, they must answer it fully. What if the calling is wrong? Ooh, dangerous territory. Like, I agree, but also dangerous territory right now. Also dangerous territory, saying was a calling to a cloistered life not enough. I feel like the third one, of course, how could we do otherwise, is the correct response in this situation, but personally, I don't think it's that simple. Really, Poirot? Fascinating. Not heard about that one. Admittedly, I don't watch a lot of stuff about that kind of thing, so it makes sense that I wouldn't have heard about it. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the third option, even though personally I would be more of a option 2 kind of person. Of course, how could we do otherwise? We all find ways to stray, by inches or feet. We all have our own course to find through this life, but we all end in the same place. I just had to face this reality earlier than most. Oh yeah, definitely Waddle Dee. Is your calling in question, Andreas? Is your life? Both, I think. I've lost my love. My love for art, love for family, love for anything. Aww. Poor Andreas. Last 7 years have been hard. It was all too much for me. Don't lose hope, Andreas. The human heart is no small thing. It can hold so much. That was quite the run animation there. I like that. Andreas, thank you for sending Casper. It seemed prudent. Are you all right, Sister Amelie? Yes, Father. I may have had another vision. Andreas said I spoke of the sin of Saul, Philistines, and Compline. What do you think it means, Father? Andreas, Casper, could you excuse us? We appreciate your help, but I must tend to her now in the church. Of course, Father. Good evening. Agreed, Nat. I mean, where Sister Amelie is concerned, she chose this life. She asked to be bricked in there. As she revealed during the, like, I think the first bit of the playthrough when we first encounter her, it's revealed that she asked to be bricked in there, and Father Thomas has been taking care of her since he got here. Master Andreas, I'm confused. What did that all mean? I'm not sure, but the last time I heard Sister Amelie have a vision, it was just before the Baron was murdered. What? Do you think... Could Sister Amelie be receiving warnings? We're gonna use our occultist background here because, heck yes. No, that's too simple an explanation. There are layers and layers to divine messages. No revelation with real power or prophecy could be understood plainly. The meaning must be hidden or implied. Sounds complicated. Come, Casper, let's retire for the evening. Oh, we can go into the inn again. Is there anybody here? Or have they all gone to bed? I think they've all gone to bed. Yep, nobody here but us artists. Very true, Nat. Very true. Alas, we can only go on the information provided by the game. Hey, Schlau, we're going to pet you on our way back to our guest house. As is only right and proper. Good kitty. Nothing for us to do here except for go to sleep. It's getting late. I should get some rest. Okay, so who's going to be dead when we wake up? God, I hope it's the abbot. Meet Illuminata at the library. Yep, can do that. Did you drop this, Casper? No, I don't think so, Master. It's the purple script again! That script looks beautiful, Master Andreas. Did you write that? You were warned. Warned? What does that mean? Warned about what? We're going to tell the truth. We are going to include this child in what's going on here because that's the safer option for him, I think. Awesome! They called their cat Clever. Or Tidy? I take it when you say smart, you mean as in clever, rather than as in well presented. It has to do with the murder that happened the last time I was here. How? I thought they caught the murderer. Yes, but it's complicated. Let's just head up to the library, Casper. All right, Master. I wonder if I could have missed that. Or if the game would have forced me to pick it up either way. Murder. A lot of murder happens in this town, like all of the time. Well, that's what happens when you don't actually catch the killer. Hello, Brother Guy? Andreas? Brother Guy? What are you doing out here? Father Gernot has asked me to inform the townsfolk that the shrine is closed. Closed? With everything going on? Whatever for? Father Abbot has ordered that we bring the hand into the church. Pilgrims are still welcome to come in and visit the relic, but it's off limits to the townsfolk. What? Why? The abbot has had enough of the peasants and townsfolk rebelling against the abbey. He is their rightful lord. The abbot has been more than generous, but he will not let the 12 articles let this 12 articles drivel pass. There we go. I got there eventually. The abbot refuses to leave the relic at risk of destruction. The hand of St. Moritz is the only thing keeping the abbey open. It's okay, Kian. Welcome back. I hope you're doing okay. But Tassing relies on St. Moritz just as much as the abbey. What about the faith of the townsfolk? Then they can stop engaging in such heretical and sinful behaviour. The abbot is trying to protect the relic, nothing more. Exactly, no apologies needed. As always, if you need to step away because of what's going on in the game, you're encouraged to do so. It's better to take care of yourself than to sit here and like, just deal with things that you're not in a place to deal with coming from a video game. But I appreciate that you, once you were feeling better, came back. No one wants to destroy the Hand of St. Moritz guy. The abbot is a cruel man, and you're no better defending him. I kind of want to say that one. But I feel like that's going to block us from being able to progress properly. What about the peasants' complaints? Father Abbot has done all he can. Until the peasants can see reason, the relic will remain in the church. I pray the townsfolk and the abbey can resolve this quickly then. By which I mean, I pray the townsfolk burn the fucking abbey down. As do I. God bless you, Andreas. Hey, Marguerite. I wonder if she can still remember us. Hello, who's there? Hello, Sister Marguerite. It's Andreas Mailer, the artist. Oh, Master Mailer. Mother Illuminata said you'd returned. Is there someone else with you? Yes, my apprentice, Casper. Hello. God bless you, Casper. You smell even more of paint than your master. Okay, so this one is being whispered. This one is just being outright said. And you know what? Is this the one we tried to bang? No, this is not the one we tried to bang. This is the lovely blind lady. The one we tried to bang was actively trying to bang us too, and is probably in the library right now. I don't think whispering in front of the woman who relies on her other senses is a sensible plan. We may as well just be open about it. Sister Marguerite is blind. She relies on her other senses, Casper. Oh, thank you. You're funny. Anyway, I should go. Mother Illuminata doesn't like it when we're distracted from our duties. Of course. Until later, sister. God bless you, Master Mailer. And you too, Casper. Such a nice lady. I like how Casper's reaction to being told he smells more like paint than his master does was to go, thanks? You miss me? Brother Ferenc has not missed us. Casper so has a crush on Marguerite, maybe. God bless you, Brother Prior. Not Prior, Master Mailer. Not anymore. Not after you eviscerated my reputation to the Archdeacon. After you left Kearsau, Father Garnot removed me from my position and appointed Brother Matthew Prior. That wasn't my intention, brother. Do you even think of the consequences of your actions will have on others? I try not to. It would be a terrible burden on my conscience. We can be an absolute cock here, or we can actually try and, you know... You look like a ghost, or is it just me? He does a little bit. The lighting isn't helping him. Though that may be because he's incandescent with rage at our very existence right now. Yes, of course, but I can't foresee everything. Well, this one consequence. Are you pleased with yourself? Honestly, a little. Wow, I do appreciate that the game gives you the option to be a fucking arsehole to people who were nice to you. If you want to go down that route, we have the option to be the Renegade for Life crew if we want to, or we can, you know, aim for Paragon and miss. No, of course not. I'm sorry, Brother Ferenc. Forgive me. I have been carrying this anger with me for 7 years. Feeling shame for losing the abbot's respect, losing my position, feeling guilt for hating you. I can forgive you. I must forgive you. To do otherwise would be to turn my back on Christ. I am responsible for my own actions. My anger at you was misplaced. I forgive you. Thank you. I'm glad you were able to relieve yourself of this burden. The burden is not quite lifted. Speaking the words helps, but healing will take time. Okay. Props to the writers yet a fucking again. That was glorious. Because he's not wrong. Sometimes you can get yourself to a place where you can forgive someone for hurting you, but that doesn't mean that you're healed and that everything is back to normal. And it is fair and valid and okay to take more time after that to continue to heal. You can say to somebody, I forgive you for what you did, but you're not out of the woods yet. That is valid. And how they respond to that is up to them. But hopefully they respond sensibly and kind. In the same sort of way as Andreas has done here. Of course. God be with you, Brother Ferenc. You as well, Master Mailer. I genuinely appreciate that we have the ability to do that. That's so nice. Like, yes, we have... that there have been consequences to our actions. Not forgiving is also valid depending on the thing. Oh yeah, totally. But if you find yourself in a position where you can forgive someone, it is totally valid to say to them you're not out of the woods yet. Just because you have forgiven someone for something they did to you in the past doesn't mean that you have to go back to how things were before they did that. And some people don't seem to understand that. Andreas. Oh, it's wonderful to see you again. How have things been for you in Nuremberg? I've actually been in Barcelona recently. Nuremberg is the same as it always is. We're going with that option because we don't want to go into too much detail about how we're feeling about going home. Ah well, it's good to see you in any case. Forgive me for asking, but how did you find the music in Aragon? Wonderful. Several years ago I heard a cantor in Zaragoza. A wonderful voice and interesting compositions. Hey look, we found Duke Silver again. It's on his art day. Cantor. Appointed official in a monastery, responsible for leading the chants and songs of the community. Zaragoza. An Aragonese city with a tumultuous past. Zaragoza has been held under both Christian and Muslim rule. Jewish persecutions are prevalent under this current Christian rule. Not a fan of that. Zaragoza is a town in the north of Spain. Ah, thank you very much, Poirot. I have never been to Spain. Unlike a lot of Brits. Never been to Spain. I believe his name was Juan Garcia de Basuto, though he has since moved on to another cathedral. Spain once again with persecuting the people who keep the country running. Oh dear. Oh, if he is as talented as you say, I must imagine we will see his music sooner or later. I love our music, of course, but I am interested in what is being created across Christendom. I suppose you came to pay your respects to Brother Piero. I'm so sorry, Andreas. He was a wonderful man and a faithful servant of Christ. That is reasonable, Rocket. That is completely reasonable. That he was. Well, despite the occasion, it is good to see you again. God bless you, Andreas. I like Rudiger. He's nice. He's the one with the lovely singing voice. Hence the asking about music. God bless you, Andreas. Okay, so Brother Matthew doesn't want to talk to us. Can we get into the library through the crypt like we did the first time? Can we show our apprentice, our adopted son, what we did? No, we can't. Dang it. I wanted to show him how we were super sneaky. Broke into a church library, but apparently we're not allowed. Okay. We don't want the cloister. We want to go up and go into the Old Bailey. I'm here to try and bang the sister again. Hey, Brother Adoc. Hello? Who is this? It's Andreas, Brother Adoc. Andreas Mailer. Oh. Oh, Andreas. The fine young artist from Nuremberg. Okay. Not quite so young anymore, brother. Seems a little offensive when we're talking to a guy that is senior to us in years. I don't know. You flatter me. Your art flattered my writing. Yours and Brother Piero's both. God rest his soul. It's a blessing to work with talents such as yours and Piero's. Ah. And Gabriel and Rupert and Sister Michaela, when the nuns helped us with our labours. So many years of toil are all gone now. I pray they are all at rest with the Lord. Soon I will be gone, then Brother Guy, and all that will remain of us are our books. But enough of that. How have you been, Andreas? Successful in body, if not in spirit. I like that one. I'm sorry, Andreas. The dreams of youth often do not survive the march of years. But take heart that the Lord is always here for us in times of sorrow. You seem more at ease now than when I was last here. Do I? It may be so. I may have worked in the scriptorium beyond the limits of this body. Pained my joints and strained my brotherly love for Guy. The scriptorium took my sight and the use of my hands. But when it closed, it also took the pain from my heart. The abbot is content to let me serve the Lord through prayer and contemplation. And so, it all contents me. I'm sorry, Andreas, but I must rest now. It is good to hear your voice at Kearsarge again. God bless you. God bless you, Brother Adoc. So Adoc is now also blind. Let's go into the scriptorium. Let's show Casper where we used to work. That means we can also do the library. There's Zedena. There you go, Poirot. There's the nun that we started making out with, and then asked her what else would we do, and she got annoyed with us and left because we were being dim. Scriptorium fell into disrepair quickly after Father Gernot closed the library. Oh, jeez. Oh, Andreas, you're back. Hello, Sister Zedena. Is that all you have to say? Hello? Oh, of course. God bless you, sister. Still an ass, I see. Still, I hear you're a master artist now. I'm impressed. You know, I've grown as well, in a variety of ways. Is she flirting with us in front of the boy? Panic. 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 Nothing else I can say in front of the kid. Hey-oh!
You filthy.
Bravo. I think we're gonna go with the bottom option because bad touch. Bad touch. First one all the way. No! No! We are, from what I understand, a married man. No, go full loot. Oh my god, everyone wants me to fuck the nun. Yeah, first one. Fuck's sake. Do her! Oh my god. I should have expected this. I should have known you'd all be like, yeah, go bone the nun, it's fine. The kid can go play with the crayons in the corner. My vote's for top in all the ways that applies.
You filthy animal.
Fucking... Wait, we're married to someone alive? I think she's alive. Watch and learn, kid. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chat! I can't press the loot button fast enough for the amount of filth coming out of you today. Goodness gracious. Don't make me get the squirty bottle. I'm an ex-Catholic and nun-kink is standard issue. Fucking hell. I mean, I understand that, but the kid has to learn at some point. For fuck's sake. How's this for a religious education, kiddo? Oh my god, you lot. Fine, I have been peer pressured into attempting to fuck the nun again. I hope you're all happy with yourselves. Oh, you'll have to show me sometime. Ugh, Andreas, I'm not indulging you again. Look at this poor, sweet, innocent face. He has no idea what's going on right now. Second option. Are we feeling sensitive? Wow, everybody wants the second option now. That's how you get to stay in the monastery free for the night, kid. Watch as this ripples across the entire game, yeah. Oh, look at the face on her as well. That is a face of thunder. She is angry. Okay, fine. Option 2 it is. Wait, was it that bad? Ha, no it wasn't. What happened afterwards was bothersome. Thank God Sister Gertrude knows her plants. Oh, don't. I don't. Oh. You fell pregnant? Shh. Oopsie. Oops. Damn, we potent, apparently. Yes, thankfully Sister Gertrude helped me end it before a fortnight had passed, so the fetus was yet unformed. This child is going to have so many questions. Andreas, you rogue! I know, right? Dude, no. Dude, no. I'm sorry I put you in that position. I chose that path as much as you did, Andreas. I'm living with the consequences. If Sister Gertrude's remedy hadn't worked, I would have been defrocked and my family would have disowned me. I nearly lost everything, all for one stupid fling with you. I was sick for days on end and still have terrible cramps. But still, it's not as bad as it could have been. Dude, no. I'm grateful Sister Gertrude was able to keep you well. Me too. That was a good night. Still remember Mother Illuminata's face. Of course she has to live with the consequences and not us. Yep. Her expression was illuminating. Oh God, Andreas. I had to go for the pun option. You know me. It was a requirement of the channel that we went for the pun option. You should have heard the tongue wagging she gave me afterwards. Quite impressive. It's good to see you again, Andreas. Likewise, sister. I should return to my duties. Thank you for speaking with me. Very good question now. I'm not sure they did have anything at that point, did they? Nothing that was actually functional beyond superstition. At any rate, until later. Okay. We are due another break. Oh, you bugger. I have a question for you all in chat before we go for this break. Would you be terribly mad at me if I didn't do any speedrunning today? 'Cause the air pressure is really fucking with my head, and I'm kind of peckish. So I'm thinking we'll go for another 30, 40 minutes or so. Condoms are way older than medieval times. Oh, okay then. I sit corrected. Yeah, I'm thinking, like, we go for another hour or so, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, depending on how I'm feeling, and then we finish up with no speedrun today, because it's hard enough to actually do well at my speedruns at the minute as it is, but my head really hurts, so trying to speedrun with a headache seems like a bad plan. But yeah, I am gonna go for my union mandated break. I'm gonna have a stretch, get some fresh air, probably take some painkillers as well, because that headache is moving further across my face now as well. So it's becoming a little bit more difficult to be I'm finding it difficult to phase it out. Fair enough now. I like doing my speedrun practice on stream, but I appreciate that it's not for everybody, and that's fine. Part of why we have two separate segments, so you all get your point and click playthroughs, but you also get speedrunning if you're interested in that. But yeah. So, now is a great time to grab a snack, grab a drink, have a stretch, get some fresh air. Research medieval condoms if you want to. And I will be back with you in 3 minutes. BRB, folks.
That's it. Piss off. Go nick someone else's chips.
I also really like Cowardly Pillbug, or Anxiety Pillbug, maybe? I know I curl up into a ball when I'm anxious too. I think we already got a nice flat version of Turnip Face. Yes. Mm-hmm.
happy squig. Very happy squig.
Welcome back from the break, everyone. Sorry about that. It looks like the clip reel decided to just break. I am not doing so great, folks. I have taken some painkillers in the hope that they will help, but like my neck is on fire, my forehead is on fire. This is deeply unpleasant. I'm gonna try and get us to what feels like a sensible point to finish up for me. But we may be finishing up sooner than I thought, because my head's absolutely slamming. Taking the break and getting some fresh air did not help. Welcome back, Waddle Dee. Okay, let's go to the library. We're actually allowed in the library this time. We don't have to sneak in. God bless you, Andreas. It has been too long. No doubt your work has carried you far from Nuremberg, but we had hoped to hear from you from time to time. Yes, my apologies. You're right, of course. Good to see you again, Mother Illuminata. This is my apprentice, Caspar Ziegler from Salzburg. We'll go with that one. Yeah, I'm probably when we finish up, I'm just gonna go for a nap. I'll say hello to whoever we raid into, and then I'll just go for a nap. 'Cause it's actually making me feel a bit sick as well. I was feeling hungry, and now I just don't. This has gotten worse so quickly. God bless you, Mother Superior. God bless you, young Caspar. No greeting for your favourite library helper? It's good to see you, sister. You as well. I'm sorry you have to see it in such a state. It sees very little use these days. What happened? After Baron Rothvogel's murder, we had fewer and fewer wealthy patrons. The small number that held out lost interest. It's easier to commission new work from the Guild of St. Luke or individual masters in big cities like Nuremberg. Regulated trade and sale of art in cities around Europe. Artists who sought to have apprentices and businesses often had to become members for the privilege. Father Gernot saw no reason to keep the scriptorium or library open. Most of the books here have been suffering of neglect. After Mother Cecilia's death, neither I nor Sister Zdenna had the time to maintain our inventory. That's terrible. Kirsau was one of the last monastic scriptoria in Bavaria. As Brother Piero was fond of saying, all things change in time. Yeah, the Acolytes got, oh gosh, what's her name? It has completely fled from my brain. I was watching a thing with her in today. The lass that does Philosophy Tube. Hey, Sophia. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Abigail Thorne, is that right? Somebody in chat fact check me there. I love how I get a headache and my brain just dumps all of the information that I would normally have quick recall for just onto the floor. But no, you're not having any of this right now. Yes, Abigail Thorne, thank you, Nat. Yeah, she's very excited about her role in it, but isn't allowed to tell anybody anything until it comes out, which is, it's been really sweet seeing her getting excited about it. And, like, seeing her being able to do the things she wanted to do. Frankly, it's just nice to see folks in the queer community getting the success and living the lives they want to live. And I want to see more of that. Not just for folks in positions like Abigail's, where, you know, there's arguably better access to resources and funding and things like that, but also for folks like the folks in this community that might be struggling at the minute. I want to see you have that wonderful, happy life that you're striving for. I want that for you, I really do. And when you get there, because I believe in my heart of hearts that you all will, when you get there, I will be so happy for you. I'm happy for you now too, but you know what I mean. Now all that remains are books for sale to interested parties, a task that Father Gernot has entrusted to me. I don't know anything about it other than the fact that Abigail Thorne's in it, Waddledee. And Sisters Zedena, of course. Well, I'm eager to look through your inventory. Master Andreas, maybe you could find a book for little Magdalene, something that's not in print yet. Excellent idea, Casper. Parzival, perhaps Klaus would not object to this romance given its emphasis on Christian virtues. Parzival, a 13th century retelling of the Arthurian hero Percival, written by Wolfram von Eschenbach. Themes of love and chivalry are prominent in this adventure tale. Oops, wrong button. The German is a little dated, but I'm sure she'll figure it out with Klaus's help. Who knows, maybe it will inspire her. Yes, she's been in quite a few things more recently. Since she did her play, The Prince, she's basically gone from strength to strength in terms of her acting and the roles she's being given, and it's honestly glorious to see. The concept of get on the fucking capture point not obvious. Like, my guy, you are getting curb stomped. May as well get curb stomped whilst being productive. Oh boy, do I know that feeling. Like, I try, when I'm playing DBD with DMAC, I try really hard to make sure that if I am being chased by the killer, I try really hard to make sure I stay away from everybody else so that they can get things done whilst I'm being bullied. It doesn't always work out that way, unfortunately. But I do try my best. You kind of gotta if you're doing team games, I guess. That's just to talk to Illuminata again. Zedena seems frustrated. Take your time. Make sure you've looked through the whole collection. But there's... Oh, okay. I don't need an interaction to be able to climb up the stairs in here, I forgot. I think these are Latin translations of some of Origen's homilies. Also, it looks like it's partially burned. Oh shit, I didn't click on Origen. Oops. Probably not a great gift for a young girl. Wait. This is the same bookhand as the notes I found when the Baron was murdered. Whoever wrote this is responsible for writing the notes. I need to ask Illuminata about this. Ooh. Ooh. Who's it gonna be? Copy of Jacobus de Varaine's Golden Legend. Every good Christian should know the legends of the saints. And the Latin is simple enough that she should be able to read it before long. Oh, Richard de Bury's Philobiblon. Philobiblon? Philobiblon. It's a text on the collection and preservation of books. Yay! My favourite subject! Preservation of media! Richard de Bury. A 13th century English priest and later Bishop of Durham, Richard de Bury was one of the first private book collectors and is best known for the Philobiblon. Philobiblon. There we go. I put an extra I in it by accident. Which prescribed the care of his collection. I love that. I love that. Maybe this is where Illuminata and Cecilia learned all their tricks. Certainly a good book for a printer's daughter. It's so sparse in here. It's kind of sad. Albertus Magnus's De Animalibus. Renowned 13th century Dominican theologian. Philosopher, astrologer, and bishop of Regensburg. A prolific writer, he was known primarily for his work on Aristotle and his knowledge of natural science. It's ostensibly a bestiary, but it contains so much more knowledge on a variety of topics. This could inspire an interest in animals and the natural world. Beautiful illustrations as well. Welcome back, Soup. I hope you enjoy your grapes. I like grapes, they're very nice. Have you decided on any books to purchase? Yes, just one. Oh, okay, we're only allowed to buy one. I know which one I'd go for, but... Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna let you folks pick. Oh, the candy floss grapes are nice too. They can be a bit too sweet for me sometimes, but grapes in general, pretty nice. Make this a 3-minute poll. So I've not written the names properly. I've gone with, for most of them, or for half of them I should say, a description of what they're about rather than like the actual name, just in case anybody wants to enter the poll that wasn't here when we read the descriptions of them. As a reminder, Klaus is the local printer. His daughter is called Magdalene. You've got 3 minutes on that poll. I know this is going to sound terrible, but I'm just going to sit here quietly whilst we're waiting for the poll to finish because my head really hurts. Well, it didn't get HobbyTan's attention because they're a bot. But I discovered Pentiment through NoClip. I'm pretty sure have a Twitch channel. Let's see if this works. Yep. So I discovered Pentiment through NoClip, who did a short documentary on it. I am a big fan of NoClip as a company because they do they are doing exactly what I've been banging on about. They research and archive information about the production of various video games, both modern and more classic games. And what they're doing, in my opinion, is extremely important because the early history of video games is largely lost now. Companies like Nintendo, Atari, they didn't archive any of their source code. They didn't keep records of any of the production designs or anything like that. They might have done Frankenstein. If they have, it's not one I've watched, unfortunately. But they've done some wonderful ones. They did a really, really good one about the GTA series a little while back. They did one about... come on, brain. Oh gosh, I can't remember now. But they've done some absolutely fantastic videos, all available on YouTube for free. Though you can support their Patreon. If you are so inclined, but the work that they do is absolutely fantastic. But they did a video about Pentiment fairly recently, and they interviewed some of the folks behind the way it looks, the way it feels, and went into some really exacting detail about some of the animations and stuff like that. And it was just an absolute delight. And I went, you know what, this looks like my kind of game. It's a point-and-click adventure game. It's got murder mystery in it, and it's beautiful art, and it's kind of flown under the radar. So this is exactly the kind of thing that I'd normally showcase on a Sunday. So that's how we ended up. I wouldn't say it does, Waddle Dee. I think what Did You Know Gaming does is very different from what NoClip does. NoClip are, for want of a better description, in the business of documentaries. They are, not only are they doing a lot of research into the history and the production of the games that they make videos about, but they're also getting access to archive footage that nobody else has been able to get access to and sharing it with the world. Like very recently, they got access to all of the source footage from some of the earliest E3 conferences and have not only improved the quality of it where they can, like they've upscaled it, they've like color treated it and stuff like that to improve the quality of it, but they've then uploaded that online so it is freely accessible to people for the first time in the history of well, in history, and it's great. They're not only doing all of this work and sharing all of this information and archiving all of this really important stuff relating to genuine works of modern art, but they're also making it freely available to people online. And I love that. I fucking love that. Everything about that, because access to information should not be limited by your access to finances. So I am wholeheartedly in support of what NoClip do, and were I in a better financial position myself, I would be absolutely throwing money at their Patreon. Oh, Bear and Breakfast is a delight. Bear and Breakfast is a game that I have played on stream. It's very cute. It's very wholesome. I never finished it. We played it for one stream, and that was it. Just to show it off. But yeah, it's wonderful. Love Bear and Breakfast. Okay, so the Philobiblon? Whatever. Won, so we're going to ask for that one. Yes, I suppose we will no longer have need of such a book at Kearsau. I hope it serves you well. This will be a gift for Klaus Drucker's daughter, Magdalene. Then may it serve her well. Is there anything else you need? Yes, Mother Illuminata. What do you know about this book? I don't know anything. This is the first time I've seen it. Where did you find it? I've seen it on one of the lower shelves. I don't think it's in our catalogue. It's burned around the edges. Why? How can I find out where it came from and who wrote it? If it's not in our catalogue, I'm afraid I don't know whom you could ask. If it was a recent edition, the only people who would know are Mother Cecilia and Father Matthias. And I didn't bring any books for summoning. No worries, Nat. I'll be finishing up soon anyway because my head is absolutely fucking slamming. I just want to get to the end of this conversation. But like I said earlier, you do what you need to do. If you need to pop into the Lurkers Lounge, if you just need to, like, have a nap, whatever, do what's best for you. Yes, I have Waddle Dee. We're not going to be flippant, as much as it's fun to use our occultist background. That's a shame, because whoever scribed this book wrote the letters I found while investigating the Baron's murder. The ones in the fine bookhand? Brother Adok told me about them. Perhaps he knows something about this book. He's been here longer than any of us. Why would the person who wrote the letters have scribed a book in our library? Well, that's the question. Whoever did this is the thread puller. Huh? Someone who was manipulating people at Kearsau and Tassing, pulling at threads to provoke someone into killing the Baron. I thought the town stonemason killed the Baron. He did, but the Baron was lured to the chapter house by someone who knew Kearsau and Tassing's secrets. Well, I'm afraid we can't be of any more help to you in determining the book's provenance. However, as it's not in our catalogue and it's already damaged, I doubt Father Abbot would mind if you kept it. Excellent, thank you. I'm glad someone bothered to save it from the flames. Okay, we have saved. That conversation is over. Our next quest is to go and have something to eat, I presume, considering the time. So I am going to take that opportunity to find somewhere to send you lovely folks off to and go and have a lie down, because my headache has gone from being in the centre of my head to all of my forehead and now radiating down into my eyes, and it's making it very difficult to look at my screen. I just want to go sleep, frankly. Thank you, Frankenstein. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Grox. Thank you, Waddledee. I hope so too. I'm sure I will after a nap.
Goodbye, everybody.
I will do my best, Poirot. Thank you for being here.
Bye-bye.
I'm glad you had a good time, Nat. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Rocket. I'm going to F16, don't you worry. Have I literally spent 2 minutes on this screen? That's fine. Okay, let's oh gosh. Thank you very much everyone for coming along today. Despite the headache, I have had a lovely time with you all, and it's been really fun to make some more progress in Pentiment. We've had some interesting conversations, as we always do. I'm interested to see where the story goes from here, but that will have to wait until next week. We do have a giveaway active on the stream, as always. Today it's for a copy of Dust to the End. If you do want to get in on that action, this is your last chance. I will count you down for entries very shortly. Exclamation mark ticket will get you 1 ticket to enter. You can purchase up to 10 by saying exclamation mark ticket, the space, and then the number of tickets you wish to purchase, up to a value of 10. And you have until I close the giveaway. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a little bit for the lag. The Master Thief has struck again, and as the only entrant, is also walking away with the prize today. Congratulations, Rocket. I will send you your code after I've had my nap. I hope you don't mind. Okay, let's see who we've got that I can send you lovely folks over to. I will be back on Wednesday. Hopefully, Hassler, bye-bye. Hopefully with some hobby happy hour, depending on the temperature. I really want to get some painting done. It's been so long since I've actually had the wherewithal to do any painting, and I really want to get some more done. Yeah. So hopefully we'll be doing that on Wednesday. Yeah. Who are we gonna go see? Who are we gonna see? Oh, I tell you
Goodbye.
what. We're gonna go and see a fellow Clock Tower member. We're gonna go see Duos or Duo, who is playing a game that I would very much like to play at some point. Not necessarily on stream, but maybe. He's playing another Crab's Treasure. If you're on mobile and want to join in on that raid, but Twitch is being a butt, as it usually is on mobile, there's a link to Duo's channel in chat, so you can follow through in your own time. Yeah. I've done the giveaway. I've told you when I'll be live next. I think all that's left to do is say a massive, massive thank you to everyone that's come along today again. I really do appreciate all the support you show me in all the ways that you do, whether you're subscribed or not, whether you're following or not, whether you chat or whether you lurk. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for making this channel what it is. Now, I am going to go and have a lie down because I am melting into a puddle very quickly. Hopefully I'll see you all on Wednesday, but until I do see you next, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, wash your fucking murder weapons, and have a great rest of your weekend and a wonderful week, everybody, however you're spending it. Bye-bye.